Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday the 6th of March. So looking at the euro dollar first, there's quite a lot of chop going through these markets. I'm just looking at this daily picture at the moment. Yesterday it did look like, well, perhaps it didn't really have the strength to follow through as much as I expected. I thought we might have seen a little bit more follow through there. And through the Asian session here, we put in probably a mechanical double top there. We are still in an arguably an upward trend here. The momentum's falling out of the position a little bit in terms of it's flattening across. Yesterday, as I said, became a bit choppy, eventually pushing through there, but at the moment we've still got the daily pivot below us. It could well continue to the upside. I'd like to see the daily pivot ticked off and see the reaction to that. If it starts selling through that, the 50 MA, the 50's been already hit, air kissed. If it runs through that, then I'll become a bit more bearish. But any reaction off the daily pivots there may be an opportunity, stroke daily, stroke 50, maybe opportunity to buy. But as I said, it's looking a bit messy, and the price action yesterday wasn't really conclusive. The pound's looking weaker if anything. It didn't push up yesterday, okay, but it's as we saw through, we've run into the 4-hourly 50 there and had quite a reaction, and it's still in a sort of downward trend. Is a clearer downward trend on this 4-hourly and looks potentially weaker. It's put a lower high in here, confirmed a lower high with this move here. Again, though, this morning it's a case of just waiting to see how it shows its hand. There is a potential, or the potential for it to. I mean, on this 60-minute, it was suggesting high lows, high highs, maybe, with the exception of this last move here. If it does start reversing, we've seen the euro push up. Well, maybe we'll get a push towards the double tops. I think if it looking beyond that, the R1 is a possibility, but that 200 moving average on the 60 would be a decent target. But it may be just a simple case of popping a trend line across the highs there and looking to see if we can get a break and a retrace. So looking somewhere like that. There's probably not going to be a lot of meat in it at that point, though. That's the only thing. So rather sticky and difficult. Dollar yen here, well, before we go on to that, it has run into its back into its daily 8, having a reaction off that at the moment. It's back below the weekly pivot. It is, to me, still erring on this sort of weaker side on this 4-hourly chart. It did diverge on some of the larger time frames, but it sort of had a bit of a move. It really, again, we're looking back at how it reacts off these sort of key levels here. Yes, as I say, yesterday it started pushing back. Let's just see how if it can react from where it is now. After 21's fine. If it gets back to that daily pivot again, it's just a case of waiting to see if there's an opportunity to look at the long side. But it is looking a bit iffy, as they say. As is the euro dollar. It's to me the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar and the Canadian dollar are both the weaker pairings. They've got this potential price or price arguments over ore and etc. going on. Trade wars, even, that's the word I was trying to get out of my brain. But this morning, it's pushed into the weekly pivot there, got to tick that box off and sold almost straight off afterwards. It's again, that sort of mechanical double top through the Asian session, softer tops. Again, just got to see how we react here. It's not the clearest hand over the last few days here. Lots of chop each day. A little bit more trend really in this through the Asian session this morning, but could easily just land in the same sort of chop. So not clear. Canadian dollar coming through to the dailies there. And it's, to me, that's the weakest link, really. It's got potential for further upside. It's consolidating where it is at the moment. Maybe we'll see a move up to that monthly R1. At the moment, certainly, just got to be watching it carefully and take the opportunities, maybe, if it does start breaking back up again and pushing up towards the R1 and, as I say, monthly R1 above. So possible targets there. It did yesterday tend to move sort of a little bit later, mid-morning, sort of 11 o'clock, before it really got some a shove on, and 12 o'clock onwards it just pushed. So be interesting to see if we see a similar sort of bit of price action later in this morning. Okay, that's pretty much it. Apart from, I should run through, we've already seen the Australian retail sales and cash rates being left the same, or the interest rates being left the same there. We've got very little out this morning until we've got very little out this morning, full stop. In fact, we got Dudley speaking at 12:30, US Dudley, FOMC member, speaking at 12:30. I'm just looking through here. He's due to speak about the economic impact of 217 hurricanes. That probably won't create such volatility there at 12:30. And then we've got an MPC member speaking at 6:15. So not a lot through our London session. Have a great one. Bye for now.